And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 ending. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, check. Come on. Begin.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Cut him up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check nickel up.
Now Saquon Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson, open man right side is Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch Slam.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Mike. Man, I got you.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. A big play there out of Cook. 46 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All day. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the out. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, let's get
From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 54. He's checking. He's two.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Vikings 14, Giants nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You must be dreaming.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Bailey got the extra point. 21-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Ready. To the mic. Check. 66. Bullet. Pound. Delta.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Okay, 42. Gotcha. 42's the mark. 42's the mark.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
64. Quick.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On the ground, it's Cook. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 28-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm trying to collect.
Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Cousins now looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Check four, check four.
22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Orbit, orbit.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, ready. Hey, Noah.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
On second down, Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Ben Gideon in on the stop. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, set. 40's a muck, 40's a muck. Strip the ball. Strip that.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Let's go. Jim, ball trot.
On second down now, Barkley. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw is Jackson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Three buzz, three buzz.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a first and 10 at the 18.
Shift, shift.
Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Cousins on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check number 19. Anyone? What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Put up.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Watch out. Watch twist. Off.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Keep it up. Hustle.
To throw again. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass, intended for Evan Ingram, incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 31-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Throwing on second and 8. Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Vikings.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. Shifts past him at the 45. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
On 1st down, Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And Bailey missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He finds Coleman. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Go. Safety's creeping. Come on. 54. Mike 54.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Nice, sweetheart. Zoom. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Yeah. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm scared.
Gun.
Mike's 54.
Good route here.
54.
Go ahead. Like that.
Again, it's Cook. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
54 is Mike.
Gun.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook.
Let's go.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They run it again with Cook. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Yo.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down by Vikings. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On second down now. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down inside the 10. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Another try for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go mic 40, mic 40. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.